doing there? It's a little hot. Yeah, earlier on today, I went onto campus and I went to the Joe Chakwe Museum. And I talked about that in my video earlier today. Sorry. It's a little hot. Probably need to be drinking more water. I've not been doing the best about that recently. Probably only having like 3, maybe 4 bottles per day. I need to be probably having at least 5 or 6, maybe more than that. But anyways, after I went over there, I ended up actually going to I don't actually know what it's called, but it's like one of the little spots on campus where you can get some stuff, some food. So it wasn't like a restaurant really, but kind of an outdoor space. So I ended up getting like a sub sandwich, which is okay. I've had better, but that's all right. And then I also had I got a 30 gram protein drink, which was like coffee flavored or whatever it was. It was all right. And then I also had a really big chocolate muffin. It was really nice. The funny thing was that as I had sat down and tried to eat my meal, there was this giant white ass bird that basically just sat down on the table and it tried to yank the paper that the muffin was sitting on, and I was like, hell no, bro. So then I tried like moving around a couple times, but then that thing like basically kept going around, and then I quickly like finished my sandwich, and then like I threw that stuff in I threw like the trash out of my bag, you know, and then I put, oh yeah, so I got some jelly beans too, pretty good. I put those in my bag, and then I was trying to have my my muffin there, but then like the dang bird was basically just like stalking me. So like I kept on like trying to walk away. I got up and I was trying to walk away, and it basically just kept on stalking me until like until I was like more than halfway done, and then I got distracted, and then it did something else, and I was like, dang bird wants my muffin. Holy cow. A little aggressive, my dude. Trying to like use your beak to jab. So I was like, I don't want to be messing with these birds, man. So, but I guess it's a funny little thing that happened. Yeah, it was, all of that was like $25, which I don't really know how good that is for all those things, but yeah, I'm like, oof, like so expensive. I know. I'm trying to say like, I don't know, probably like 30 to 40 AUD per week that I spend on like meals outside of stuff that I have here in my dorm, you know, like sandwiches or normal breakfast stuff or whatever. But anyways, so, and after that, I went ahead and got a few groceries. Really wasn't all that much. Excuse me. Just because, fortunately, I was pretty stocked up on most of the stuff for a little while.
And I think I actually have enough stuff to last me most of this week. So I just didn't have anything left really for some of like the sandwiches and all that. So I wanted to grab, you know, some bread and peanut butter and jam and, you know, all that stuff, and some more chips. But even though it's actually slightly more, it's a couple more dollars to get this, I decided to get this instead of just another one of the regular bags, because that way it's already proportioned out, so I don't accidentally end up eating maybe a little more chips on some days than others, especially when I'm getting hungry on some of these afternoons, evenings, you know. Anyways, so I've not really done any more work on homework stuff. Maybe I should have. I don't know. I'm kind of debating if I will or not. I thought I was gonna go back out for a bit to actually walk back to the mascot area here in Sydney, so I can kind of, you know, because that's where I was at for a couple of days when I first got here, even though it was really not that long ago, just about a month ago. But I just thought it'd be interesting to revisit that and just look a little bit back on, you know, those first couple of days, I suppose. But I ended up not doing that. When I got back here and I put away a couple things, I basically just ended up just playing some Minecraft for a bit. So I didn't do any more of my recent Minecraft Survival World series, which I just called Another Survival World, because I had a couple days recently where I just didn't really know what to do on there all too much. Still have played some more on there, but I just thought it would be a good idea to just do a different Minecraft thing. So I was just doing some PvP these last 2 or 3 days, a little bit, which was fun. I did okay. I didn't do absolutely great, but I didn't do horrible either. So it was kind of nice. I mean, there's a few people that I got a little raged at or whatever, but whatever. It was fun for some of that. So. Anyways, sorry. Right now it's like a little after 7, I think. But yeah, to be honest, I don't really know what to do with some of my free time now, because I kind of already have essentially done all the things that I can do while I'm here, at least that are, you know, closer to, not, you know, several hours walk away, or even just several hours to and back total to a different place. I mean, because the furthest out that I have ever walked while I've been here was about 3 hours to Randwick to see a rugby game there, you know. But I didn't even walk the way back. I just took an Uber that night because it was really stormy and it was pretty dark and late and all that. By the time it was finished and I had some dinner, so. But I don't know. Yeah. So I'm kind of seeing that I'm again feeling like I'm kind of feeling a little bit like, or sort of just like the time's been passing by pretty quickly, and I've kind of just been wasting a lot of my free time, just, you know, watching YouTube or playing stuff or whatever. I mean, maybe I actually haven't. Maybe that's not really a wasteful thing to do, but especially just because, like, I feel like I continuously, even though I have done several things already while I've been here, you know, continuously feeling like, you know, I really just want to make sure that I'm experience things while I'm here and really make the most of this opportunity. And you know, and I don't know. I I don't know. I was kind of also. I didn't really focus on it necessarily like extremely much before I came here to Sydney, but I know that I was pretty hopeful that I'd yeah, I'd make some pretty good friends, and maybe even maybe my future girlfriend. Um, so I don't know how how to necessarily say those are coming along entirely. I think I've made some nice couple of new friends. Although again, I'm kind of running just into the issue of just like everyone's just busy all the time and trying to ask people and be like, "Do you want to hang out? Do you want to do something?" And they're just like, "I'm sorry, but I can't." And I don't know. I mean, it partly makes me feel like, should I be like studying more? Should I be like trying to like work on those stuff more, or is it just like that they just, or is it just that some students are just gonna have a lot more stuff, and it's perfectly fine if I'm not doing academic stuff all the time. I mean, I feel like it's probably fine, but I just can't really seem to fully get out of my head sometimes, which is a little frustrating. Anyways, one thing that, well, two things I can be really grateful for. One, actually, three things. One is that I've been safe while I've been here. You know, that's huge, of course, right? And you know, um, I know that I don't really know why, and I don't really think it's necessarily being here. I think I probably would have felt the same way back home. But not that like when I'm like walking around outside, not like in some of these student areas, but as much. But like when I'm walking out in the city or something, like even though nothing has literally happened, pretty much, um, nothing wrong. Anyways, at least not yet. I keep on. It's like constantly in my mind that I'm like, I have like my hand in my pocket just to make sure that it's really hard for anyone to try to like steal my wallet, because or my phone, because I'd be really kind of scared of that happening. I mean, I know when I was back at my home college, right, since I basically never left it except to go home, once every couple months essentially. And I didn't even have my wallet on me because I didn't really even need to have it, so I just left it in my dorm pretty much all the time. You know, because like I don't have to worry about paying for food or stuff. But right. But yeah, I don't think it's. I mean, I think part of it for me is like, I know that I'm in a city and just trying to be cautious. But I mean, the thing is that the feeling, it doesn't feel like debilitating or anything, you know. But it's like definitely in my mind. All the times when I'm walking out and doing stuff, and I'm just like, I just want to, just really want to make sure that like nothing really too bad goes wrong. The other thing I can be grateful for, another thing is that like, I've gotten used to. I've gotten used to doing some new things. Which is, even if it's not really all that necessarily super impressive, just like getting used to getting my own groceries, or, kind of just normal stuff with time management, or trying some new things or whatever. I don't know. Maybe it's not really necessarily new things, but these are just sort of good things to try to have habits, whatever. I don't know. I don't know if this makes any sense. But anyways, so but anyways, yeah, and then the third thing I'm grateful for, as I'm going to say, is that I now have 111 subscribers. So thank you guys so much for that. I really appreciate it. It's really nice. Nice. Nice straight number like that. All ones. I know that my subscriber progress is slow, but it's steady, and slow and steady wins the race. Although I'm not really racing to get tons of subscribers. I mean, I would like to, but that's not really. I'm not gonna just chase absolutely most amount of views. Anyhow, but I know it's probably none of this is really particularly fun or interesting. At least it doesn't all entirely feel that way to me, but I don't know. Well, I guess on the plus side, at least the seasoning of this type of ramen, which is the braised beef kind, is pretty good. I like it. But yeah, it is. I know one. I think I talked about this a little bit before. But I don't know. Since I'm not actually using well, most of the time, not really using the kitchen space here of this, dorms and all that. Really having it to keep a couple things in the fridge and then just to get more water, every couple hours or so. Basically just every other day, essentially, I pretty much am just I just clean I finger wash all of my silverware. Since I'm not using I've not been using plate or bowl or pans, any of that stuff. I mean, I have it all there, but all I've done with it is just look at it and move it over there onto that shelf. At that point, so anyhow, well, I don't know. But I will say, even if I guess one thing that sort of, a message or thought or something like that, I kind of have for myself in the future, maybe some people out there too, is, just trying to remember this of like, just because you have, days where not really much happens, or you don't necessarily feel particularly excited or anything, doesn't mean that you're not doing well or succeeding, or that you haven't made efforts towards trying to accomplish whatever you're trying to accomplish or experience or learn or whatever. So but probably wouldn't be a bad idea for me to maybe take a bit, and after this video is done, to maybe just look at the Discord of a couple of the different clubs that I signed up for, to maybe see when they have some more events. I mean, I disabled Discord notifications on my phone screen just because I was getting way too many of them much earlier on. That was really annoying. I didn't really want my phone going off from it and me thinking like, oh, I'm getting a text message from someone. Nope, it's just a random person talking to another random person on a Discord server that I'm barely on anyways. But anyhow. But I guess I'll say, I think I got a message or two from family, so I'm probably going to end this video soon. I don't really want to make this too long. It's not really all that particularly exciting or anything. But earlier on I mentioned I got some jelly beans. So I got these guys. I don't know if you can see it all that well, but it's Allen's brand. It's the different flavors that they have is apple, strawberry, orange, raspberry, blueberry, apricot, and vanilla. And then two that I'm not familiar with, blackcurrant and aniseed. So, I don't know. I think I like most of the flavors. I don't love all of them, but nonetheless, a nice little thing there. I was thinking of just getting some more cookies or soda or something when I was at the store, but I was like, I don't really need to get those, and I mean, I cut back on those, and I don't know, I mean, what do I say? I mean, I don't know, maybe that just helps save a few dollars, or might make it a little bit more acceptable to get something else later this week for dinners or whatever. I don't know. But nonetheless, anyways, I know that I'm not really feeling particularly joyful right now, but I can at least be grateful for what I do have, and that I've, and that I mean, again, like I've said this before, some videos, just appreciating what I've already managed to do. I've already managed to settle in to to a different country. Right, I'm not from Australia. If you couldn't tell from my accent, but yeah, it was the whole accent thing is kind of funny because it's like I mean this happens to anyone I'm sure, but it's like came here and I didn't expect that most people here would have the same type of accent as me and that would make any sense, but nonetheless it didn't mean that it was it was not funny to me to be like, oh, I feel like it's a little like weird when I'm like talking with people because then they can like, not everyone, but at least some Australians anyways, not all the other international students, some of them, but yeah, the Australians can definitely tell that I'm from the U.S. based on my accent and all that, but you know, I don't know how I don't know how I really feel about going back to the U.S. after this because I mean I'll definitely be really really glad to be back with my family and all that and just take the end of the year maybe a bit easier. I don't know, unless I maybe do landscaping work or something with my dad then. If decide to go the route, I don't know if we will, maybe. But nonetheless, we'll see. I don't know. But the idea of maybe I try to do landscaping work in December for maybe I don't know. I mean, December's really not all that long, but maybe like 2.5 weeks. And then maybe I just go pay a friend in Canada a visit for a bit. I don't know if that'd be enough money for that. Because I'll probably not have all that much left after this trip. But I don't know. So I got too ahead of ourselves. And just focus on the present thing. And especially because I had so much time that I focused on, thought about what my experience might be like here, so gotta keep my feet on the ground. So yeah. Anyway. So if you like this video, feel free to subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell, and smash the like button so you can see more videos like this or my Minecraft content. I do that too. Pretty much the main two things I do. So anyways, peace out. See you next video.